Hey guys, Caleb here. Welcome to our official first Whitetail Weekly. Sorry, we're getting a little bit of a late start. My son decided to make his arrival 2 weeks early, so needless to say, me and Mom have been busy. However, working on the land right here at the house. Got a feeder hung up. This spot's really going to be for Liam and Sky. Probably shoot a doe or two out of here. We've got just a little bit of land, but another thing I'm putting in is a water hole. You can see here, I've got the tractor. You can hand dig these. There was already a hole here that held water, but it's kind of soaked up through the ground. So I put this plastic 110-gallon cattle trough in here. It's actually rubber. But I put it in the ground here so that way we can have a water hole. I'm going to put a small food plot on the other side. I've already built an elevated blind, so that way my access is good. But really in the summertime is the best time to do it. I'm gonna, fortunately being I'm so close to the house, I can have this thing filled up by tonight. A few trips on the four-wheeler, and then it should be good to go. But yeah, so this is kind of what you want to do if you decide to put a water hole down on your property. They're really effective, especially on high ridges, kind of like this where there's no water around. Just high up on top of a ridge, we're kind of close to bedding. They're good early season, but really they really shine mid-October, early November, when bucks are starting to kind of cruise. Bucks will swing by. Typically a water hole and a scrape is a deadly combination. There's several other content creators out there that do this. Jeff Sturgis is actually where I learned this from, Whitetail Habitat Solutions. And yeah, we're going to put this water hole in, finish getting it tamped up. But you really want something, 110 gallon is typically what Jeff prefers. That way the water doesn't evaporate too quick. Somewhere semi-shaded, so you can see I got a little bit of trees up over top here. It's in some hardwoods. Might want to go with something bigger if it's kind of out in the open, but we're going to trim some shooting lanes up. We got a lot of trimming to do, but it won't be too bad. That blind's elevated and I can see it back there, so I just got to trim.
This episode of On the Limb podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Douglas Barrels, located at 5504 Big Tyler Road, Charleston, West Virginia 25313. Douglas Barrels has been handcrafting ultra rifle barrels for over 70 years. Their expertise is impressive and unmatched. If you want barrels made by meticulous craftsmen who take pride in their work and do not take shortcuts in production, give Douglas Barrels a call at 304-776-1341. Get your ultra rifle barrel today from Douglas Barrels, 304-776-1341, or visit them on the web at douglasbarrels.net.
But just adding some water here. We'll have that food source. Really, I plan to run this feeder year round, just to get the deer used to it. That, and they're fun, and you know, I want deer around the house to have the boy watch, you know, and then eventually he can kill his first deer. But like I said, we might kill a doe or two out of here this year. But yeah, just putting in a few water holes. Typically if you've got a property, you know, one about every 60 to 80 acres is what Jeff recommends. He's got a lot more experience than I do trying it out for the first year, but wanted to make this video to raise awareness, you know, to other options outside of feeding and food plots. I'm going to plan a late fall plot here this week, and so everything will be a little bit more oriented towards food plots and feeders and that kind of stuff this early season, and then we'll hit the same pre-rut stuff that we kind of talked about last year. But yep, so far so good. Don't worry about that little bit of dirt in there. It's actually going to help kill the hard water that we're going to put in it, the nice treated water. Deer actually prefer something a little bit more nasty and stagnant. So on the sides, you can tell I've got some raised edges. So in hopes that the lip, you know, is kind of level with the ground, it's more natural. Deer will tend to it a little bit quicker, or take to it a little bit quicker. It doesn't look as obvious. And also some of the raised edges, like on that side there, is good to help access, you know, excess rainwater kind of dump into it and kind of, you know, fill it out itself. So yeah, guys, just wanted to show you guys kind of what we're into today. We're going to get this finished up here and start making trips with water. So thanks for listening to On the Limb podcast, and yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know what else you do on your properties to keep deer around. So Bow season's a few weeks away. Better get ready.